Hey, Jordan with the Young Turks and TYT Politics. I hope you're doing well. If I look a little red, if I look a little flustered, if I start to sweat, it's because I was up most of last night and have been living in a hot Amazon with no air conditioning. If you've been following me this week, I don't have working air conditioning in my apartment. The air conditioning don't work. This is what happens in New York City. You pay your left kidney for an apartment and you don't have working air conditioning. I could do a whole rant just on the air conditioning, but I won't. So, if I'm sweating, if I'm not making sense, it's because I don't have air conditioning. It's very hot outside. They tell me they're going to come fix it this weekend. Who the hell knows? We shall see. So you might be getting a call from Jordan because I'm going to be a refugee at some point. I can't stay in this apartment much longer. So if you live in New York City, you have working air conditioning, maybe a meal, my back hurts a little bit, and you want to help yours truly, let me know. So, it's Friday. I know you all want to go on to your weekend, but there is news to tell you. And a lot of it has to do with Standing Rock. I know that the rest of the media is focused on the healthcare bill. TYT has done good stuff on that. TYT Politics is doing on that. I think the healthcare bill is the clearest example we've had in quite some time of the blatant con job that is basically crafting legislation to give blowjobs to rich people and the healthcare industry. So we'll be doing more on Trump's healthcare legislation, Paul Ryan, Trump, all that. But nobody else is covering Standing Rock. That's where I come in. Share this video. Let's get this out now. It is Friday. Not a lot of people watch on Fridays, but let's see what we could do. So I'm going to start. There's a woman, an indigenous woman named Red Fawn. I have covered her as much as I can. There hasn't been a lot of coverage of her arrest. And Red Fawn is an indigenous woman. She was a water protector at Standing Rock. Who was helping in a lot of different ways in the beginning of the camp. And on October 27th, she was essentially tackled by 7 to 8 oil police, as I like to call them, right near Osheti-Sokoin camp. And while she was on the ground with 7 or 8 police officers on top of her, she supposedly or allegedly shot at a police officer. If you watch the video, I've done reporting on it various times. If you watch that video, as I've always said, this woman would have to be Herculean. She'd have to be Xena Warrior Princess or some other superhero to have been able to fire off a shot at a police officer with 8 police officers on top of her on the ground. If you just YouTube it, Red Fawn, October 27th, you could take a look. She could not. Again, unless I'm not seeing something, and I looked at the video probably 25, 30 times, there's no way she shot at anyone. Okay, so she has been in jail since October 27th, so that's November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. This is her 9th month in jail for supposedly, allegedly shooting at North Dakota oil police. They just recently produced what they call discovery in a legal case. What they call, which is basically evidence. They, for 9 months, did not produce any evidence to the judge. The evidence that they have produced from my sources, there is no gun that has been produced yet. So you have a woman, indigenous woman, in jail for 9 months for allegedly shooting at a police officer when video shows it's very doubtful she was able to fire at a police officer. And they have not even produced the gun that she supposedly fired at police in discovery. Tell me how that works. Do you think a pretty wealthy white girl would be in prison for 9 months if they had not produced yet the gun that she supposedly shot at police with? Of course not. She'd be out in 2 days. I don't even know if she'd be arrested in the first place. So this is a grave injustice that this woman, Red Fawn Phallus, has been in jail for 9 months. A few weeks ago, it was kind of a fake. We thought she was going to be released to a halfway house. A judge had ordered it, and then she literally was packing up her things to go to this halfway house, and then the U.S. attorneys filed an appeal so she could not go to the halfway house. Well, yesterday, a judge ruled that she will be able to go to a halfway house. She has not been released from jail yet because they are waiting for a bed for her in a halfway house. So she's still in jail, but the judge has ordered that Red Fawn Fallis is to be released to a halfway house, and a judge also granted a continuance to Red Fawn Fallis. The first court date was supposed to be in July. It has now been moved to December 5th. December 5th will be the first court date for Red Fawn Fallis. So that's good news. When a bed becomes available, she will be released to a halfway house, and she was granted a continuance. So instead of having the trial in July, she has till December. So her attorney, I know that the family is trying to get additional attorney help. So you could look online. I know there's a website where you could donate if you want. Basically, in small little increments, this is a positive step, that she is being released from jail, where frankly, I don't know how you keep someone in jail for 9 months if you haven't produced the supposed gun that she shot at. And I don't know anyone, progressive, conservative, it doesn't matter, who would look at this video of Red Fawn Fallis on the ground with would look at video of 8 police officers on top of her and say, yeah, no, right there you see that she shot at a police officer. It's not possible. There is no way in this video that this indigenous woman was able to shoot at a police officer. And if evidence comes out that proves me wrong, I will be the first one to say. But how is it that a woman in America, a man, a woman, doesn't matter, is kept in jail for 9 months when the prosecution has not produced the gun that she supposedly fired at these oil police? I don't know how that happens. I mean, we already know we don't live in a democracy. We already know we don't live in a capitalistic society. We live in a fascist country, as shown by The Intercept's great reporting. It Intercept's great reporting that showed the FBI, U.S. Homeland Security, the U.S. Marshals was working alongside a private Blackwater-type group called Tiger Swan to protect an oil company. But yeah, the corporate media and the Democratic establishment, our democracy is under attack. Standing Rock, before Trump, our democracy was under attack. The corporate Democrats and the corporate media didn't do a goddamn thing. And I'm gonna try not to get so worked up because, as I told you, I don't have working air conditioning right now, and I don't want to pass out live on Facebook Live. Although that might go viral. I don't want to go viral for passing out. No good. So share this video. But if you see that I'm flustered, if you see that I'm red, if you see that I'm sweating, it's fucking 120 degrees in this apartment. So, Red Fawn, she will be released when a bed becomes available to a halfway house, and she got a continuance from July, when the court case was supposed to be, the first court hearing, to December. That's when her trial will start. If there is air in my lungs, if I am alive at that point, I will be there to cover that trial as 100% as best I can. I will be there.